Search for answers continues following a deadly school shooting in Ohio. Police say a teen boy opened fire in the high school's cafeteria this morning, killing one student and injuring 4 others.
Several eyewitnesses have identified the suspected shooter as 17-year-old TJ Lane. Some students say he was an outcast who was bullied, though investigators won't comment on a motive. And tonight, officials say 2 of the wounded students are in critical condition.
The student was arrested a short distance away from the school. This afternoon, investigators searched his home and a nearby field. Today's horrific violence is once again raising questions about school safety across the country and right here in Rhode Island.
Tonight, we wanted to know what local schools are doing to protect students. Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen went to find out. He joins us from the newsroom with our top local story.
I talked with the education commissioner and also a school principal to try to find an answer to the frightening question, what if it happened here? The hallways of Rhode Island schools are quiet. A much different story at one school in Ohio after a shooting left 1 student dead and 4 wounded. Eyewitness News went to Rhode Island school officials to find out how they conduct emergency lockdowns.
We deeply understand that our fundamental responsibility is to keep children safe.
Education Commissioner Deborah says it's state law for every school to have a plan in case of a lockdown.
Different schools have different procedures, but what's important is that they're there, they're in place, everyone knows what they are, and that they've practiced them through.
We have students go through drills where we practice locking down the building.
Feinstein Middle School principal Michael Almeida says his school has a code word if something like this were to happen. Teachers would know to lock the classrooms when they hear it and keep kids away from the doors. In his experience, he says a difficult problem can be dealing with parents when their children may be in danger.
As parents immediately start flooding the schools, we usually have emergency, the police help us with that process.
He's had to deal with school evacuations before and says he knows the complexity of it all.
It's a difficult situation, but you know, with the cooperation of the police and parents, we certainly can get the situation back under control.
Almeida says if he does have to use a code word for a lockdown, there is a phrase he would use to let teachers know when it is safe to let students outside again. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.